What's up YouTube? Today I got an unlimited liquid divinium glitch that is super easy. As you can see here, we have the first part that we need, which is any kill challenge that gives a liquid divinium as a reward. Now pay attention to this number here. I have 82 diviniums and we will continue seeing this rise. Also note that you want to leave the challenge with 1 kill remaining, so it is a lot quicker to complete the loop. In my case, it requires 80 kills, so I left it at 79. Other challenges require 200, so you leave it at 199 and then you quit the game. The way this essentially works is by completing the challenge, but at the same time disconnecting your Ethernet cord from the PS4 or Xbox to reward you the Divinium, but it doesn't complete the challenge, so you can continue doing this. So however, every time you do this, it adds 1 Divinium to what we'll call our loot pile, which we'll see later on. As adding Diviniums to this pile, you'll see that the number of loops or Diviniums in that pile would be added every time you do the second part of our step. I have done a couple loops beforehand, so you can see this in full effect instead of the early stages of the multiplier. And now on the screen, I've presented a gobblegum recommendation set up to be able to complete your challenges a lot quicker. In this case, I only have headshots with my pistol or any gun actually, so I don't have to open any doors. I don't have to do anything. I can just jump right into it. Other challenges may ask to pack a punch a shotgun or some machine gun. So these gobblegums are great to get that pack a punch weapon sooner. And then you also want to make sure that you want to find the quickest method to do so without having to open doors or buy guns, so you don't get that random divinium that you would normally go by buying all this stuff, because it will reset your loop and then you have to just do the loop. But as long as you have the challenge still available, you can just continue adding to the loop. So this headshot one is perfect. As you can see, I literally didn't have to touch anything, and all I had to do is kill, disconnect at the same time, and close the app. And here we are now. Knock Der Toten is a decent map because it does allow you to open 1 door and gives you access to a shotgun or a sniper off that little cabinet, also as well as that pistol and any other map. So this can be done in any map. So as you saw in the early clip, I shot, but as soon as I shot, I disconnected my Ethernet cable. I already had my hand on the cable. And it's not like shoot, wait till you get the completed challenge, because your reactions are not fast enough and you're going to end up completing the challenge. You shoot and disconnect immediately as soon as you hit the button, because then the time that it takes for the gun to travel and everything, it's going to be ample time. So we then close the app, and what I like to do is as you saw, I move to another app, I connect the Ethernet cable, make sure it's done, and then I jump back into the game. So as you see here, this is the next part of step 1. So once you hover over the zombies, you hit X, and same type of timing. As soon as you hit X, disconnect your cable again. This is what's going to add the loop part. So we got our free, you can do this without this second part, and you'll just get 1 every time you do this. But if you add this to the loop, it's going to make this a lot better. So you hit X, you disconnect, and it's going to do this part. You wait until you connect, until you see this thing on the top left corner. And then once you see that, then you can go ahead, anytime from there, you can try to connect your Ethernet cable back. You get that red notification saying, oh, it's disconnected. And at this point, you just got to wait, try to connect back into the game. Sometimes it's a lot quicker, sometimes it's a lot slower. So all you got to do is just keep hitting X, just wait till you get into that position. So like I mentioned earlier, we have 82 liquid diviniums, and we'll see this added on because I did this 1 loop. I'm gonna go ahead and do the loop again 1 more time just to show you, the examples of doing it with. In this case, I think we have 16 in our loop. So, and then we're gonna do it again, which is gonna add another 17 to our loop, and you're gonna see that number adding up, and then we'll jump into the second part. So now we're just waiting for this thing to finally connect us back in. As I mentioned, sometimes it's a lot slower, so you finally get in, play online. You hit X, and as you can see here, our liquid diviniums is now 98. So that added 16 to our loop, went from 82 to 98. So I already had about 15, 16 in our loop, seems like. So then you just jump right back into the game. This can be done on any map that you want, but like I mentioned, Nocturne Totem is one of the good ones because its cutscene is a little quicker, and then also you have a lot of access to all the guns that you need. In this case, the giant for me is preferred because I only have the headshot one. I don't need to open or touch anything. I don't need gobble gums. But like I mentioned, the gobble gums are great if you get ephemeral enhancement. That allows you to just pack a punch the gun you have on hand. So if it requires you a pack a punch pistol and you get that right away, boom, hit that, and then you can just get a kill. If you need a gun off the wall, you open the first door, you get a shotgun, pack a punch it right off the wall. Raindrop just allows you to get money to start, doing whatever you need to do to, and then you have round robin, so you can, just skip the round and get another free gobble gum. So we're gonna try to do this again. As you see right here, we're just gonna aim at the head and have my Ethernet cable in my hand. So another good way to kind of not screw this up, because it is a little bit nerve-wracking, try to time it and everything, you can just go ahead and not even let them, don't let them stay in there. Let them, tear down all the stuff, shoot down all the ones you need, because it's not going to count as a challenge. Let them walk up to you, so it's a little easier to just aim at their head. Again, shoot, disconnect your cable, and there you go. Turns black, close the app. Then we're now going to go ahead, move our stick or whatever to the left or right, just to make sure, connect our cable, and that, you see on the bottom it says, oh, not connected, connected. As you can see there, it's connected now. So then we're going to go ahead and start the app again. So this is still, another loop. As you can see, the start of another loop. We completed another challenge, and now we're going to do the second part of a loop. So this is still remained in step 1. Step 0 is getting the challenge up to 199 or 99 in this case. So you have, very easy. You just kill one zombie, you get it done. This is now step 1, but part 2 of step 1, where you have to now add the liquid divinium to our loop. So completing the challenge just gives you the divinium, but then you'll see here that doing this second part of step 1 adds it to your loop. So now we're just gonna go ahead and try to connect back in. Depending on your internet or your luck, you'll see how quick this is. Once more, hit X, disconnect at the same exact time. You'll see right there. But this time we're gonna close the app. So this is now the part of step 2, because we're comfortable with however many in our loop and everything. Same exact part, as you do in the first part of step 1, where you just you do the challenge and you close the app. So in this case, we hit X, disconnect the cable, close the app as soon as we see that it's internet went out, close the app, and we jump right back in. So what this part does, the step 2, is it's gonna continue adding whatever was in our loop just automatically. So in this case, you saw that we added, when we did it, we got 1 divinium from completing the challenge, and then we got, I believe, 15 or 16, 15 I think, in order to get from 82 to 98. So it gave us 15 and then it gave us 1. In this case, what we're gonna do is now, like I said, you hit zombies, disconnect, close the app, and now we're gonna continue getting that number exactly, or whatever number you had in your loop, however many times you did step 1. You get back in online, and I'll show you again. So as you can see, we have 116 now, from 98 to 116. So that gave us 18. So that gave us the loop. So I'm gonna just show you one more time. You hit X, remove the Ethernet cable, close the app, and you can do this as many times as you want. Once you're satisfied with whatever number you have in your loop, however times you did that step 1, in this case I did around 15, same thing, move over to the next one, connect your cord, make sure the app is completely closed before you connect the cord in any of these steps, and then you jump right back in. So now we're just waiting for this thing to connect back online. Let's see. Okay, Treyarch, blah blah blah. You're cool and all. Spiky animations. Ooh la la. Activision. So now that we're back into the main screen, we're gonna go ahead and just enter as usual. It's gonna connect to our online services, and you'll see right about now. Let's see. taking a little bit longer than expected. You'll see right here, boom, 125. So it added another set number, whatever was in my loop, to my actual pile, my legit pile. So it went from 82 to 98 to 112 to, I believe, 125 or something like that. So it added 13. So my loop was at 13. Sometimes it just does add random numbers, but your fixed loop that you have, in this case me, was 13. So every time, as you see, I'm gonna do this over and over. That's step 2, just disconnect and everything, and it's gonna add that 13 every single time, which is great, and you'll have hundreds in no time. So if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment on what other type of videos you'd like to see, and deuce.